My name is Junaid Merchant. I'm from North Carolina and I'm in the Experimental Psychology Master's program here at Seton Hall. I decided to come to Seton Hall because of the way that the program is designed. It's one in which I'm allowed a lot of different research opportunities. I can get a lot of teaching experience and I get to design my own thesis project. This is one that's a little bit different than other master's programs that don't give you all these options. The expectations in this program are really high, and as a result you're expected to produce academic quality work. And because the size of the program is pretty small, you have a lot of support from the faculty and staff and the resources that are available. And for me personally, this is very motivating because it helps me accomplish what I want to do. The program requires that you design and carry out your own experiment. I'm currently developing a project in which I'm going to be looking at how culture impacts the way a person thinks. And next year I will be actually conducting the experiment and looking at the data. Because you're required to do original research, it's moving you a step closer to being a scientist. This is something that's giving you exposure to the world of science, different conferences, different resources that you have as a scientist. And as a result, I feel like I am a scientist. I also work in a rat lab, in a behavioral neuroscience lab. Being that this is my first exposure to animal research, I was a little tentative at first in handling rats, but I find them kind of cute actually. By working in this rat lab, I'm learning a lot of new skills. I'm learning a lot of new ways of asking questions that I couldn't otherwise ask. We're learning how fear is encoded in animals and how to alleviate those fears. This is something that can be used later in research with post-traumatic stress disorder in humans. Another benefit of the program is that I get to be a teaching assistant. It's a very fun experience. I find it very energizing and invigorating. It is something very, very empowering in knowing that you can get up in front of a big group of people and just talk about what you know. The experience has certainly made me want to pursue teaching more. 10 years from now, I see myself as a scientist and as a professor. In order to do so, I'm going to have to go through a PhD program. But I know that with all the experience that I've gained at Seton Hall, that I will be able to successfully apply into the PhD programs that I really want to get into. This is something that I certainly could see myself doing for the rest of my life.